This is why Doctor Doom is going to look like Tony Stark, and it's actually a lot more simple than you think. I'm just going to get this out of the way and say it right now. I do not think that Doctor Doom is going to be a Stark variant. I think the Russo brothers have said themselves that he's not a Stark variant, that he is Victor Von Doom. I know there are a lot of theories out there about how he's a Stark variant, or rather that Tony Stark is a variant of Doom, but a lot of those theories just don't make sense because we know that Robert Downey Jr. was cast as Doom as a marketing stunt. They did that to get people interested in watching Doomsday. I don't think that they've been setting up this storyline where Tony Stark has secretly been Doctor Doom or some sort of variant of Doom or vice versa this whole time. That's just not the case. I think the real explanation of why Doctor Doom might look like Tony Stark is actually the most simple. It's just a coincidence. He just does. He just looks like Tony Stark. And there's actually a lot of things in past MCU movies that kind of show that this is most likely the case. Starting off with the biggest one, in Deadpool and Wolverine, they meet Johnny Storm, played by Chris Evans, and Deadpool clearly confuses him for Captain America, meaning that in universe, in canon to Deadpool at least, these two characters look the same. They look like the same guy, right? But they're obviously not. One is Johnny Storm, Human Torch, the other is Steve Rogers, Captain America, right? So we already have a precedent of two characters being played by the same actor, but they're not the same person at all, even though they look similar, and it's even acknowledged by Deadpool that they look the same. Now, obviously, I think Deadpool is an interesting case because he's a very meta character. He breaks the fourth wall. So obviously, it makes sense that Deadpool knows that they look the same. He probably even knows that they're the same actor, but I'm curious as to whether or not maybe that recognition of like, hey, you look like this guy, even though you're not the same. I wonder if maybe that's just like a meta thing that only Deadpool kind of picks up on, or if other people, other characters in the MCU might also pick up on that sort of thing. We also see in Multiverse of Madness that the same character can be played by different actors, because we have Mr. Fantastic played by John Krasinski, and we also have Mr. Fantastic played by Pedro Pascal. They're the same person in universe, Mr. Fantastic, but they look completely different, right? We've also seen in No Way Home that there are 3 different versions of Peter Parker who are exactly Peter Parker. They're Peter Parker Spider-Man, and they all look completely different. So we know that the same character can be played by a different actor and look different. And to the other people in the universe, they look different. They don't look the same, even though they are the same person. But we also know that the same character can be played by a different actor and look different, and canonically look different or look the same. So yeah, I think it's just a coincidence. I think Doctor Doom is just gonna look like Tony Stark. They might not even bring it up. And honestly, if you ask me, he should never take off the mask. Doom should never take off that mask. We should never see his face.